Okay, so today we're going to talk about right guy, but wrong time. What if the only thing that's standing in your way of being with the right person is timing? How do you handle that? I'm Joanna M. Cameron. I'm a licensed mental health therapist. I'm a life coach, and I think I'm slowly becoming a dating coach. So many people come to me about dating issues, about relationship issues, and I'm starting to realize I think that might be what I'm good at. So if you haven't watched my other videos, go back and watch all the other videos. I've talked about dating and talked about relationships. I've been married twice. My relationship now is amazing. And I want to share with you the things that worked for me when I got back out there and started dating after 40, and some things that you can do to find your perfect guy. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. Go ahead and do that now. And then if you don't like it after you watch it, go back and unlike the video. But it would really help me out, and it helps my channel grow. So I know that everybody's probably experienced something very similar to this. When you get with a guy and for whatever reason, it could be a multitude of reasons as to why this relationship is not the perfect fit for you at the time. This guy has all the great qualities. He has things that almost any woman would want, but for whatever reason, things just don't seem to work out. And it's not to say that you didn't want the relationship or that he didn't want the relationship, but for some reason, the two of you didn't want the same things at the same time. So let's talk about some of the things that might have gotten in the way that put this person to the back burner. One thing that can keep someone from realizing that it's the right guy and timing is just off is maybe the two of you just have different relationship goals. Maybe, you may want more at the time and he's not quite ready. So my question is, do you completely forget about this guy? Do you not give him another chance, or do you revisit it later? Well, because I talk to so many women who have a difficult time finding good guys, I often suggest to them to go back and look at the guy that got away or the guy that they just didn't want at the time. Because sometimes where you are now is not where you were then. You might look at him a little bit differently now than you did before. So I always think it's worth going back. Now, if this guy did something awful to you, if he didn't treat you right, cheated on you, mistreated you in any type of way, then definitely let him go. But if this was just a matter of, I don't know, we just weren't on the same page, go back and check the pages, because there may be potential there. It may be that the two of you are now aligned when before you just simply weren't. So what it looks like when you go back and you kind of check to see if maybe that person's, feeling a little bit differently than they did at the time is you pick up the phone and call, you reach out to them on social media, and you just kind of check in, just kind of feel the environment out. And if they're not in a relationship and you can verify they're not in a relationship, then I'd say revisit it, because we do grow up. And sometimes, we look back 10, 20 years to the one that got away or the one you let go of. And the things that you thought you didn't want at the time are exactly what you need right now as you've matured and aged a little bit. So picking up the phone and calling, sending out a text just to say, hey, how's it going? Just checking on you. You crossed my mind. Are you free for coffee? Are you free for lunch? Are you free for dinner? Whatever it is, just keep it casual, because usually when it's somebody that you let go of or somebody that you were in a relationship with and it just didn't work out, you didn't really end on bad terms. So it's okay to reach back out and just keep it casual. So that's what I would suggest. I would suggest checking the temperature on the one that you kind of let get away, as long as they weren't a bad guy. And then sometimes it's because of work. Sometimes the reason why, things don't work out with somebody is because they were busy with work and maybe they had to relocate, or maybe they just didn't have time because their job took too much of their attention away. And so because you guys just couldn't, work it out to where your schedules would align and you were just busy. Maybe they're not as busy now. Maybe they don't have that same career or that same job that's keeping them from having time to spend with someone. That's another good reason to pick up the phone and reach out. Because again, life happens, things change, and we grow. And even if that job or, career took them away at the time, maybe they've learned how to balance it. Maybe it was a new position at the time and they just didn't know how to balance the two out. People are workaholics. And maybe it was you. Maybe it was you who just didn't know how to multitask in a sense. You didn't know how to, have that work-life balance. And that's a lot of people's problems. People just don't know how to have that balance. So by revisiting the one who was just too busy and couldn't seem to make time for you because of career or work, maybe it's time to reach back out. I just don't want people to just completely throw away perfectly good opportunities when it was over simple things. And I'm not saying that the reasons why you put them to the side at the time weren't good reasons, because they probably were. And at that time, again, timing. It just wasn't the right time. But again, who's to say that now is not the right time? And you're never going to know unless you reach back out. And don't just go off of what you see on social media, because sometimes, people don't change or update their bios. They kind of leave them the same. It may say, works at such and such factory, and that factory may not even be in existence anymore, but they still have it on their bio. So don't assume that just because you see something in someone's bio that is their situation. And then another thing that may have made this person, right guy, wrong time, was maybe they were just getting over a relationship and therefore they were emotionally unavailable to you. And that could have been you as well. So everything I'm saying goes both ways. So if you were the one in the situation, you know your current situation now, and you know if you're ready to move beyond that. And if it was the other person, it's definitely worth checking in. Now, if you know that this person is back in a relationship, or if they are currently, with someone else, seeing someone else, moving towards commitment, then by all means, just disregard that opportunity. But if this was someone at the time who was just going through a breakup, and the breakup was kind of fresh, and that they were, teetering a little bit on the emotional scale, and they couldn't fully commit or give to you because their mind was kind of still on the breakup they had just experienced, or you were still going through the emotional toll of the breakup you just experienced, I'd say it's worth going back and checking, because now some time has passed. Right guy, wrong time. Time has passed, and maybe they're completely over that relationship now. Maybe they've healed. Maybe they are prepared now to move on into a new relationship. What do? You pick up the phone and you call. You send a text. You send a message just to say, hey, you were on my mind. I was just thinking about you and wanted to know what you have been up to. So something that simple can open up the door for a whole new opportunity. Someone that you totally put out of your mind because at the time they were the wrong guy. But now they may be the absolute right guy in what you need. So don't miss out on a good opportunity by forgetting that this guy wasn't really a bad guy. The guy was actually a good guy. It was just the wrong time. And so there's definitely a difference in a guy being the wrong guy and just simply being the wrong guy at all times. But this guy may have been the right guy, and now is the time. So what are you going to do about it? I challenge you to pick up the phone and reach back out to someone who may have gotten away, or that you put away just because the timing wasn't right. And then the last person that I want you to possibly consider is the guy sitting right next to you that close friend, the one you thought you'd never look at in that way, the one who's never crossed the line, who's been nothing but polite and nothing but a friend. You already know everything about this person. You already know their situation, and why not visit it? Why not see if there's an opportunity there? Because now you are in a position to where, what do you have to lose? If you're over 40 and, starting to get back out there, you live some life and you know how to look and discern a situation, especially if it's right next to you, especially if this person is already close to you. So look at the friend. Look at the one who you've labeled as a friend. Look at the one who you said, oh no, I could never see myself with them. Why is that? Is it because of your own inhibitions, your own fears and doubts about relationships? Or is it because you just know that this person is not a good person? If that's the case, obviously, we're not thinking about them. But if you see nothing but good in this person, and this is your friend, right? So you obviously like something about them. And good friends can make good relationships, right? Because you want the person that you're going to spend your life with to be your best friend, right? So if they're already there, if they've already achieved half of that thing that everybody wants in a relationship, then I'd consider it. Consider that person that is your friend as potential opportunity to become a mate. Don't sleep on that. So those are the things that I want you to think about. If you're thinking that the guy is right guy, wrong time, let's look at the time. Let's reconsider and give it some thought. Give it an opportunity, reach out, pick up the phone, send a text, and just gauge the temperature and see where it's at. That's all I have for you today. Don't forget, if you are not subscribed, go ahead and do that right now. Hit that like button. And if you change your mind later and decide, you know what, I really didn't like that video, then just unlike the video. But what's it gonna hurt to go ahead and hit the like button? It really means a lot to me that you stayed till the end of this video. Please share the video with someone who could use it, because I think all my dating tips are good. And again, I think I might add dating coach now to my resume. If you would love a consultation on anything manifesting related, manifesting a relationship in your life, a career change, a move, go ahead and look in the description, because I have a link there where you can schedule a free 15-minute consultation, and I can help you design a package that will get you on the path to manifesting your own dream life, just as I've done. Thank you again for watching. I'm Joanna M. Cameron, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.